been so long since I've seen you. Just kidding. We've been back together for a while now. Guess what? We are still working on step number 2 of the writing process, drafting. That's where we're writing on our graphic organizer. So today we are working on step number 1 for how you would catch the tooth fairy, and step number 2 for how you would catch the tooth fairy. When we start those sentences, we want to make sure we use something called a transition word, and we have talked about those words. When we use a transition word like first, next, then, or last, we put a comma after it. Remember, a comma comes at the ground and it tells the reader to pause. So I want you to look at my step number 1 and step number 2 for how I am going to catch the tooth fairy. Okay, writers, I have my graphic organizer, my pencil, the different colored crayons that I need, and I also have a poster that has transition words on it. So I'm going to use this to help me. Remember, I use a transition word to start off each one of my sentences to show order in my writing. So in my first step, I have to think, which transition word do I want to use? I can use the word first, to start, to begin with, or firstly. I usually use the word first to start my sentences, but I want to change that. I want to use the word firstly. Ooh, I've never used that before. So I'm going to start my sentence with my transition word, an uppercase letter, and then I'm using my poster to help me spell the word firstly. Then I'm going to put a comma. Now, I need to have certain materials for my plan to work. For my plan to work, I will need a fake tooth, some tape, and string. So I need to put that into a complete sentence. First, I will, 2 letters are vowel team and say E. I will need to get, I need a fake tooth, a k. What makes the A say its name? Super E. I know how to spell tooth because it's on my organizer. I will need to get a fake tooth, some is a sight word, taped, ape. What makes the A say its name? Super E. Some tape, and I don't just want any piece of string. I need a long piece. P, E, sp, E, s. 2 letters say s, piece. I need a long piece of string. Firstly, I will need to get a fake tooth, some tape, and a long piece of string. I need to make sure I end my sentence. Wait a second. I made a list of something. I have 3 things, and I use the word and, so I need to make sure I have commas. Firstly, I will need to get a fake tooth, some tape, and a long piece of string. That looks much better. I'm going to look at my transition words poster for my second box. I need to think of which step. Do I want the word next for my second step, second, also, or then? I think I'm going to choose the word next. Starting with an uppercase letter, I'm using my poster to help me spell the word next. And remember, after a transition word, I need a comma. Next, I will tape the fake tooth on the piece of long string, and I will put the fake tooth under my ill, I can spell pill, O. What makes the O say its name? Super E. And then I need to tell the reader to stop. I'm going to reread that sentence just to see if it makes sense. Next, I will tape the fake tooth on the piece of long string, and I will put the fake tooth under my pillow. Ooh, I see a conjunction word and. Let's see. Is this a complete sentence? I will tape the fake tooth on the piece of long string. That's a complete sentence. Now I need to read this. I will put the fake tooth under my pillow. That's a complete sentence. So I need to use a comma when I have a compound sentence. Two sentences put together with a conjunction. So writers, I did my first step and my second step. That is all I am doing today. All right, writers, it's your turn. You are going to get your graphic organizer and you are going to work on step number 1 and step number 2 of your plan for how you are going to catch the tooth fairy. You can't use the plan that I did. I want you to make sure you're using your plan. Don't forget, on your organizer, you need to make sure that in your first box you choose one transition word to start your sentence. In the second box, make sure you choose one transition word to start your sentence. Okay, writers, I hope you enjoy drafting today. I'll see you tomorrow.